Back when the internet and I were both young, I was looking for a place to take my folks for a family getaway. My folks had recently moved to West Texas. My father had taken on the job of a pastor of a church that had fired their 2 previous pastors. And from the looks of it and the sound of it, it didn't seem like his stint was going too well. Apparently, there was some confusion about his proclivity to wear socks with sandals. I guess men of a certain age in West Texas do not wear sandals, except for Jesus. And even though he was a pastor, there was some confusion about the need for socks that was causing such consternation. There had to be 2 meetings already at this point to discuss the ramifications. So I had this idea that I would take them away from it all. I would find them a nice little quiet cottage in the woods. You see, we as a family have a very particular way that we like to go out and be in the woods. We like a cabin, not a tent. We like rural, but not too rural, because we want to have the option of going to have other people cook our meals if we want to. We want electricity, we want plumbing, and we want a TV, but not because we want to watch TV. We want to be able to watch just piles of just cheesy movies, you know, the kind that tend to be piled up in a little country cabin. And there on the internet, on that site, I could see there was a stack of little VHS cassettes. I thought I had found the place for us. This was back in the day. Do you remember when websites were basically like business cards online? But there were photographs, and there was this rolling hill covered with Texas bluebells. You know, it looked like a vast expanse of space. You know, there was the aforementioned photo inside the cabin, and it looked like they had thought of everything. Cutesy cute, just adorable, cozy. It looked perfect. And I was so pleased to bring my parents there. It was like, you know, I had brought them to this place that was in their own backyard, and they didn't even know that it was there. You know, it was like that dream. Do you ever have that dream where, like, you suddenly realize there's a door in your house that you never saw before? And then you open it and there's a room in your house that you never saw before. Like, I was making that happen in real life. Like, I was showing my parents the majesty of this beautiful place. If they just give West Texas a chance, West Texas would give them a chance. But I mean, if they could just get to know it, you know, I knew that everything would work out fine. And as we're settling in, the hostess, I can see her walking up the little path to our cabin. She's got a little basket. It turned out it was fresh baked goods. And she was so sweet. She was coming to settle us in, and she said, "All right now, so I just wanted to show you where everything is. You can get yourself situated." So as you can see, right over here is where the salt lick is, and the deer, they come right up over there. And my parents and I, we go, "Aww." And she looks at us. She continues. All right, so like as you can see, the porch is designed so that you can prop your rifle right on the banister. You don't even have to get out of the chair. You can just shoot straight from your seat, and you can have your cooler with your beers right there. She continues, because we're not asking her any questions. You know, you can let us know if you don't have enough ammo. We've got plenty. We can also recommend a place where you can go get some ammo, of course. Plenty of places to go get some ammo if you need it. And do you have any other questions? We didn't have any questions until she left. When we were left with the questions, they shoot deer off the porch? And then another question, they shoot deer off this porch? And then a lot of questions came after that, like how many deer? And why? Is it for sport or is it for meat? And then, like, what do they do with the deer? Do they store the deer in this cabin? Are we standing in a deer moor? Like, the only experience I have in answering questions like this is from a summer spent playing the Oregon Trail. I should have told you, one of the things, you know, when we settled into the cabin, my father's, I cannot even convey to you the little glee, the expression of delight that he made when he found that his favorite VHS video, Animal Babies, was among the VHS cassettes. I had brought animal lovers to the place where Bambi gets murdered by lazy people. So we tried to put a positive spin on it. You know, we started off by thinking, well, they're not going to get killed while we're here. And my mother, God bless her, she's shouting affirmations at these deer from the porch. I can hear her from inside. She's telling them, it's not your fault. But like the other people that stay in this cabin are not going to be as nice to you as we are. Go find another salt lick. And we started to realize, you know, we were actually complicit in something very sinister. We were lulling these deer into a false sense of security, right? They're like sitting there at their salt lick. Are we in danger? We're not in danger. Those people, all they do is read. We couldn't take it anymore. We had to escape from our escape. So we went to San Antonio. We had forgotten the Alamo. The reason, as it turns out, that you're supposed to remember the Alamo is for the unusual bloodshed that was initiated there by General Santa Anna. And if it's forgetting about guns and blood and shooting that you're after, San Antonio is not the place for you. But we did find a place where we could lose ourselves in food, as we often do in my family. We found a town, Fredericksburg. Apparently every state has one. Fredericksburg, as it turns out, was settled by German settlers 150 years ago. They still speak Texas Deutsch. Our waiter, well, maybe not our waiter, but his father could speak Texas Deutsch, was regaling us with the tales of Schüttenfest that had happened last week. Thank God we missed it. But we enjoyed ourselves. We got to say our favorite family expressions, schmack's gut, lots, because everything was delicious. And I can still make everyone in my family laugh when I do an impression of our waiter, the younger German, bringing over our food, when he said, well, here you go, it's your schnitzel and spätzle. And I guess I just would want to leave it with, you know, if you happen to be a proprietor of an inn, or you're thinking of putting your property on Airbnb, have someone who is outside of your cultural milieu come check your place out, because it may be that you have amenities that, while perfectly normal to you, might seem unusual to someone else, and there might be a reason to sort of explain that and describe it as such on any materials that might lure an unsuspecting Easterner and her family of animal lovers. Thank you.